Ah, you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were... Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
I'm so excited. Whoever voice acted Beto in English did an excellent job, by the way. Ooh, after braving the raging thunderstorm, the Alcor finally comes into port. I'm so excited, y'all have no idea. Oh my god, it's so pretty. This is so pretty. Oh my god. Hello. I know you.
Oh, hi there.
He's so cute. Oh my god.
So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
Hi, Toma.
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. It seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Wait, real shit. How famous are we?
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
Oh my
No
god.
need to worry.
What a threat.
I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Yeah.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Look forward to seeing you again.
Fair seas, Captain Beto. Bye-bye.
I'm actually so sad that Beto is leaving. I was kind of hoping she would stick around. But I get it. She has to keep Kazuha safe.
First things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hands?
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
And what exactly does that mean, Bestie? Yeah, the way I immediately trust Toma in a way that I will never trust, like, Child, despite them both being early regional introductions, is a wild difference. Alright, I need to get a teleport here, if I can, as soon as possible. I'm assuming that will be this one. Yeah, looks like it. But it looks like we'll hit this first.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma.
Yeah, they know Toma, obviously. He,
You
like,
must
lives
be
here.
new here.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Please provide the information requested, and also declare any goods you are carrying with you.
I mean, look. We could potentially get away with lying. I don't think lying is a good idea.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. So, unless you have a valid reason for visiting in accordance with the rules... My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
But Toma just saved our asses.
Take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
He's so cute.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
Okay, well, we definitely just lied to that lady. I don't know what he had on those papers.
So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency.
What does that mean?
They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Ah.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
I mean, they're not going
Well,
to talk about it for that
let's
long.
not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement.
My journey must go on.
I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well.
Look at this sweet boy.
Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency.
He's so cute. Oh my god.
Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth.
Is this a fishing
You
spot?
really haven't heard of it before?
Yes. Everything should be fine because we have Ayaka, right? She's like from here and stuff. That means it's fine. Oh, this is so cool.
This is the Outlander Affairs Agency. Please have your documents and proof of identification ready.
Cool. Thanks. This is really neat.
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency? Both of you?
Sure.
Yes, please.
More or less.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
Ma'am.
There wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Hey, Toma.
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Toma's the only reason we get into this country.
Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to
400,000 mora total.
That is such a large drop. That is a major discount.
Thank you
oh
ever so
my
much,
god.
Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that
Toma.
sound?
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down!
Paimon, shut up. This is
All right then,
gonna
as you
work.
wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
I don't know
Much
why that
obliged.
works, but it does, and I'm not gonna argue. She's more of a shark than Ningguang. We haven't even met Raiden Shogun yet, but I just, oh my gosh.
Down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here!
I think it's about more than the Mora.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of speech.
No, it's
The way
not.
some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So it becomes a question of how much they can make.
Ah. And
So
I
when
get
the
that.
day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth!
Yeah.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy.
I noticed. Doesn't anyone push back?
Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together.
Yeah, fair.
That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So
Gotcha.
it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep.
In a
And as
nation
well as
that doesn't
advancing
want them
commercial
here.
interests, the association provides help, support, and
Interesting.
structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander in Inazuma.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma.
I mean, yeah.
She is a deity
but,
who
like,
reigns on high,
I-
while all other life gazes up in awe.
But like, we just strolled up to Zhongli. I guess we technically didn't know that he was, Rex Lapis, but still. Can we weaponize the shark to our advantage? I don't know, man. I get the feeling it's gonna take a minute before Inazuma is cool with us being here. Dinner with Toma does sound like a delightful time, I must say. He's such a sweet bean. I love him immediately.
I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
I mean, sure. I doubt it, though.
Uh-huh. And is that likely?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Do you?
Really? Wow! The Rito Fixer's better connected than we thought!
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. However,
Okay.
before we get there, connections come at a high price, you understand?
Yeah.
Not you too!
Yeah.
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about Mora. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first.
I mean, that's fine.
I like to do things in a
That's
way
how
that
this
keeps
game tends to
everybody
go.
happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
So what's the job?
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook?
No, not at
never
all.
mind.
No. Hello, Matsumori.
Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive.
Right.
Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Carisio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
No, see, Toma's like, I feel like you're making me out to be some sort of crook, when in reality, I love and immediately trust him.
Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose.
Very nearly.
Good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
I'd fully
We
believe
heard
that.
the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes, left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
Okay.
The Sakoku
Cool.
decree
I think.
certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on retail, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes.
Oh, that's
it used to be
wacky and
Mora,
annoying.
but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
What is that?
Crystal Marrow. What's that?
Thanks, Paimon.
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for crystal marrow drove the price higher and higher.
Yeah, I wondered if that was gonna happen.
Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to
Ah.
buy from them because the tax decree forces us to. It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happens,
Can't you discuss the situation with the Kanju Commission?
we've tried communicating with the commission directly. But this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder.
Nah, that's what I figured.
Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you an awful lot at the moment.
Where is Fontaine?
Awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do?
See, that's the thing is, I don't think we can negotiate with the commission. I think we go talk to the vendor.
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him and see if he lets anything slip.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito, he may just let his guard down.
That's the hope and dream.
If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district. See if you can find him there.
Got it. We're on the case.
Oh, alrighty. Hello, balloons. Whoops. How are you this lovely Wednesday? Dude, I really kind of just want to derail and go get the map, but I don't actually want to run out of this place when the quest is literally right here.
Huh? I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals?
Yes, we just
So,
arrived.
What do you need with me?
Where do you source your goods?
The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that.
Why
if
not?
I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
He's so rude.
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Yes, you do. Can you reduce your prices?
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here.
Man, we got found out
Teresa and his
immediately, huh?
associates sent you here to try and
That's
plead
rough.
their case, didn't they? They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable, not by a single Mora.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
What are we gonna do?
They're still in hot water,
Who's been
though.
talking to this guy?
Let's go talk to Toma.
Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
Also, it means I get to go talk to Toma, who I like very much. The sweet boy himself. Is he just up here? He is. Okay, sick.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
No.
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
You're going to have to help us help
Oh?
you.
Well, by all means, tell me what you need. I'll help as much as I can. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand.
He's so cute. I love him.
Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by, but he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently.
And that's not
I
suspicious?
can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association? So he's an Outlander too?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him?
I didn't get the impression he
That's
was
right.
a local.
Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of Outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
Huh. What a bummer.
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
I mean, yeah, that
So
makes
he
sense.
left the association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and warmth left in them somewhere.
Toma, you sweet, precious bean.
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you.
He's so rude, Jesus. Thank you, Finn. Okay, we're gonna try to finish this quest. Hopefully the internet is stable. We're gonna try. It was the wind that led me back
Huh?
here to you.
Where's this coming from?
Becca! A dandelion wine would sure be nice on a day like this.
Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt.
Yeah. I am in fact talking about Mondstadt. What am I giving him? Just a thing from Mondstadt? Does it matter what I give him? Thanks, Leaf. Let's give him one of these flowers.
Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back.
May the Animo Archon protect you.
My hometown, the home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit.
It's working!
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to.
I mean, yes and no.
Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already!
Listen closely. Doesn't
You
it sound
mean
familiar?
The sound of the ocean?
I actually don't know what to pick here.
Leah Harbor.
Oh, Harbor.
I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants.
May the flames of virtue spread to
Tall
all.
lanterns.
Oh my god, why am I digging so
I'm
much?
right there at the
Stop,
lantern
shut up.
light. Oh, look at them floating up into the sky.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that or he really does miss Liyue Harbor.
Could be either.
Liyue.
Oh, I have to give him a Liyue thing. Let's give him another flower. Let's give him a glazed lily.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it.
A lot of people out there sympathize with the position you're in.
You mean the folks from the International Trade Association?
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose they are far from home, just like me. Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown, carried across the ocean. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this anguish?
Well, no one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough.
Why not?
So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And make Mondstadters look like the worst people in the world.
Who are those people?
All right, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me up inside, and I can't take it anymore.
You ready to talk now?
Come get a drink with your friends in the
But I
association.
betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right.
Exactly.
So come on, get it off your chest. What's the deal here?
We're
It's a
all on
scheme
an
by the
island right
tax
now, yeah.
collection Ashigaru. Keijiro and his companions. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax collection Ashigaru.
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. It's barely enough for me to live on.
I agree that we need evidence, however, I do fully believe him.
Evidence? You're right. Without conclusive evidence, he will never admit it. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. It's always made me suspicious.
He
As
who?
it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where he went if you want.
Yes.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
Let's go.
Keijiro, it's him!
After him.
Don't yell, dummies. Like, hello? Oh god. Darn ISPs. Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
It's not like I get any customers. Love the freedom.
Of course she would go that way.
Ah, real.
Too close. That's too close. He'll notice us for sure.
Darn, yeah, I don't know what's going on with the ISP this week. We had that outage Wednesday and it's...
Let's catch up a little.
Now, who else is behind on payments?
Should I close early?
Let me think. Yes, the trade association clique still needs to be brought into line.
He's getting further and further away. Let's catch up a little.
Hi, Mon, shut up.
What was that sound?
Shh. Quiet. Don't let him find us.
Must be hearing things. Drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
He's getting further and further away.
Hi,
Let's
Mon.
catch up a little.
I really need you to not say that every time.
He's getting further and further away. Let's catch up a little.
He is right there, bestie. It is okay. Like, he didn't get that far. It's good.
What could he be doing at a place like this?
It looked like he buried something over there, didn't it? Why don't we take a look?
Also, this is my public petition. I want multiple outfits for the Traveler. Thank you so much for the follow. We do have anonymous follows, so feel free to introduce yourself or just hang out.
Whoa, it's a ledger. Boring! Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Ah, yes, the real reason Paimon came along.
Yeah.
Let me take a look here.
Is it the ledger's probably important?
Yes! This is what we're looking for. A clear and complete record of every single transaction,
Yep.
each one proof of his guilt.
I was wondering.
Great! Well, now we have our hard evidence. Let's go tell Karisu the good news, shall we?
I'll say goodbye to you here then.
Huh?
Come
You
with
aren't
us,
gonna
dum-dum.
come with us?
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face the head of the association. I'm sorry.
Huh. Poor Werner's a pretty awkward guy, huh?
Little bit, yeah.
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing left for us to do but starve.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions,
Okay.
and no excuses.
I'm sorry. Give me 2 seconds, chat. You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses. You're the one making a mockery of the rules here.
And who are you? Another new member of the association?
I mean, yes, but also...
So happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone all about how you embezzled crystal marrow to sell it right back to the taxpayers.
Thank you for the follow.
Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you see, the taxes,
Let me take a look at the ledger.
Yeah, gladly. Reads through each and every single item in the ledger.
Well, would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is right here in your personal ledger. So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do. How shall we settle this,
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying to earn a modest living for myself, like anyone else.
Word has it that Samurai and the Commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure Commission members won't blame you once word gets out.
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
No, not at all.
Inazuma's
I'm simply
ruthless.
stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true, what do you suggest we do about it?
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession, correct? Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us merchants could finally have some more breathing room.
That would be nice.
Oh, do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden? Fine. In that case, I'll send it over to you today.
And not even an ounce of shame for his actions.
I mean, obviously.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me out. What about my losses?
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't let him off so easily.
Oh, we angry.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question the decree?
No.
Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my utmost to lend them a helping hand, but they're never grateful.
A helping hand? The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth. I assure you that Hirage Shinsuke will hear of this.
Oh, and you dare to utter the Commissioner's name! You Outlanders have no respect for the rules!
Oh my god, I'm gonna get so tired of the term Outlander.
Seize the merchants! We will resolve this dispute back
Oh
at
my
headquarters.
god.
Uh-oh. This is going in a bad direction.
You don't say.
Gentlemen, come now.
Toma, thank
Is there
Jesus.
any need for this? If there's a dispute
my
to
God.
resolve, let's get a drink and talk it over.
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind
Thank
would I join you
Jesus
for
for
a drink?
Toma.
You never heard of the Fixer?
Context, Paimon. The title doesn't have any weight with these people.
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission.
Shh.
Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission may be, you have no business meddling in Rito's affairs.
Of course not, of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young
lady of our clan some courtesy, and then, oh, it's Ayaka's fan.
lady of our clan some courtesy.
It's Ayaka's fan.
You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the
Is it time to meet
would you?
Ayaka?
That fan.
Please?
The Shirasagi Himegimi.
Please?
I don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all this. It'll give us one less thing to worry about.
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving.
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My
Ah.
treat, I insist.
No, not yet. Damn.
No response, huh?
I'm so
I
excited.
suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry your relationship with the Kanjo Commission had to suffer for our sake.
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If there's anyone you should be thanking, it's the Traveler. She's the one who found a way to turn things around. If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully in the future.
Paula, what was all that?
Shh, not here. Too many people listening. Let's move somewhere else.
He is such a good boy. I love him.
A plate.
Wait, I'm just walking right here. Wait, Toma, you said we were going somewhere else, but you're like right here. That's not even that far. Why did we have to do that?
Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo
Is this-
Commission.
Is
They
this more
truly are
private or
rotten to the
something?
core. All right, time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know?
I mean, we'll just go down the line.
Straight to the point. Let me reintroduce myself. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island. I'm an attendant of the Shirasagi Himegimi.
Okay.
You've been keeping your true identity a secret from us this whole time?
I mean, we never asked.
So, the Yashiro Commission. Guessing that's another branch of the Tri-Commission?
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who
Okay.
manage ceremonial and cultural affairs. I'd go into more detail on what exactly that covers, but I'm not even sure myself. I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the clan, Kamisato Ayaka.
There she
also
is.
known as the Shirasagi Himegimi.
Am I saying it wrong by
She
saying
must be
Ayaka?
super famous in Inazuma, given the reaction of those guys just now.
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified, and kind-hearted, too. The people of Inazuma quite adore Miss
Precious.
Kamisato. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato.
I consistently
despite the
forget that
fact
she
he's
has
the
a brother,
current head
I'm
of the
not gonna
clan.
lie. I'm
I
sorry,
suppose those who
Ayato.
treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. Miss Kamisato's situation certainly seems to attest to that. Take me, for example. I'm just an attendant, and yet she treats me as an equal, as she would a friend.
So, where did this Fixer of Rito thing come from?
You're asking the right questions. And to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark any more than is necessary. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake.
I mean, yeah, I
spent
believe
the
that.
better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island. And I got to know Captain Beto during that time too.
Sure.
Still pretty good going for just a month's work.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery. But the main thing was, I had to make sure I'd be in time to receive you when you arrived. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your feats in Mondstadt and Liyue.
I really want to know how.
When Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great anticipation.
Uh-oh.
She's excited to find out whether the rumors are true.
It depends
That is,
on what they
that
say,
you
I
have what it
guess.
takes to change the tide of the times.
Ah.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was you who found the way to turn the situation around.
Yeah.
Navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. It's just what Miss Kamisato had hoped to see. With your help, even the Vision Hunt decree.
Jesus. Both of these are... Want to know about a sad spot? Don't worry about it right now, because I want to discover it for myself, and then I'll get punched in the face with lots of emotions.
Spoilers.
I never offered to help. I guess we'll pick that one. Because I don't want to straight up refuse.
Development. Perhaps our sources were misleading.
The problem is like, I as a player do want to help.
Yes, of course. I completely understand, and as agreed, I shall help set that up for you.
I as a player want to help, though, is the problem.
Sure didn't put up much of a fight.
Well, my work on Rito is done. So I suppose this is goodbye for now.
Okay, so what do we do?
One more thing. This invitation letter is for you. When you get to Narukami Island, you can find me at the Komori Tea House, as per the letter. Good luck with everything.
Wait, so how do we
See you
get to
soon.
another island if we're, like, not allowed? I actually feel so bad for rejecting Toma. We didn't get a...
He's not such a bad guy, huh? We should get going.
Yeah, there's a problem.
What's up?
Yeah, this was my exact question. Outlanders are unable to leave Rito, so how am I supposed to get somewhere else? Leaf, I was not given a choice. I wasn't given a choice.
Oh, right! Paimon forgot all about that! Wait, so did Toma forget that too?
I wanted to help him. I think okay, real stuff, because of the way this game works, I think we'll still end up helping him. She is just really goal-oriented, especially because of what happened with Dane. So...
Oh, darn it! No wonder he was so matter-of-fact about the whole thing! As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Komori Tea House to settle the score!
Paimon, what do you think you're gonna do,
guess we
bestie?
can give it a try. Let's head to the border and see how far we get.
Okay. There's no way this works, right? There's no shot.
Stop there! Present your travel permits.
Yeah, good luck.
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narukami Island. It's kinda urgent.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll get. Those are the rules.
Yeah, I know.
As expected. Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito?
So, Toma was part of the Yashiro Commission?
Are you saying we should go and meet with the Kanjo Commissioner?
Maybe?
Guess it can't hurt to try. Even if Paimon has a few choice words to say about his subordinates.
Yeah, real and true.
Who knows? Maybe he's our biggest fan.
I don't think that's how that's about to go, but I love the hell out of your optimism, Paimon. I'm excited about, like, everything in this game. I'm having so much fun. Inazuma looks like a mildly stressful experience, but it's so pretty. I love the island. I still don't understand why we didn't just fight them during that scene. I don't know, man. We're trying to not cause problems, I guess.
This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office. No trespassers.
I walked past you like 7 times. You don't even know his name.
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains
Oh my
outlanders.
God.
Leave now or we'll be forced to...
Ah, wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored
Well, that
guests from
worked.
afar. No need to give them the usual spiel.
Are we?
Come
Are
on
we
in.
honored
Let's
guests?
see what we can do for you.
I'm actually... This is going so much better than expected.
Did you get all that, mister?
Paimon.
My sincere apologies.
Paimon, there is no need to be that antagonistic, bestie. It's okay. God. I need to figure out how to get onto the roof. I don't know how to do that yet.
I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner and head of the Hiragi clan.
Nice.
It's an honor to meet you both.
Nice to meet you, sir. So, the reason we wanted to come and see you was because...
All right, all in good time. 2 travelers renowned far and wide have shown up to see me, and I should very much like to make their acquaintance. Let's not limit this to business only.
Am I not supposed to like him?
So what you're saying is, we really are pretty famous, huh?
I don't know.
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes to knock the wind out of Storm Terror's sails and put the Overlord of the Vortex back under the sea, eh?
I do think we actually are famous, though.
Paimon thinks you make an excellent point.
And I hear you also foiled a Fatui plot in Liyue Harbor. Even beat one of their harbingers in a duel.
I'm kind of surprised people know about that.
Whoa, you heard about that too? Yep, it's true, all right.
As I thought.
Something wrong?
No. I'm simply awestruck by you both is all.
Ultimately, they still got their way.
Rito is greatly honored to have you visit us. One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal for helping other people.
This is what you want.
This makes me wonder whether you might be so kind as to render your assistance to the Kanjo Commission.
I mean, maybe?
No problem. Whatever you need, right?
Time to run some errands again?
Excellent. Well then.
Totally bypasses my
You
sarcasm.
must know the Qingxian. A flower grows on the mountaintops of Liyue.
Yeah.
Yep, we've picked a few of those before. So, you want us to go back to Liyue?
Yes, bring me 300 Qingxian, would you?
300?
Freshly picked, I mean.
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
Too much trouble, is it? I see.
You're a
Then
businessman
how
like
about
everyone
this?
else. I hate
We have
this.
a few items that need delivering. Perhaps you can help with that?
That sounds much more like it.
709 letters to be precise.
Uh-huh.
Hey, what gives? How come you don't have people to do that already?
There's no way the
Terribly
game is gonna make us
sorry.
do that.
We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that?
Who are you? I love this outfit. That's not the point of this cutscene.
Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
I'll consider
That's
it.
the spirit. Don't keep me waiting too long now.
Interesting.
You're seriously considering taking this job? The terms are ridiculous.
I mean, look, here's the thing with it. I don't think he is worse than anyone else in not Liyue, in Inazuma, outside of like Toma. Like, almost everyone we have talked to in Inazuma has wanted something from us, and that does kind of include Toma.
A blade embraces
even though
its duty,
obviously I love him.
as a jeweler
So,
cherishes
like,
their gems.
obviously this guy's being a little sketch, and I'm not like ignorant to that, but I don't know that it's any worse than what was already happening, you know? So we're just leaving. We're just heading out to make a plan, essentially, and probably to meet with that girl, right?
Halt, you two.
What?
What did we do?
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
Okay.
A letter?
I was like, we're gonna meet with her or something.
So this means she wants you to secretly meet her at night? But you didn't seem surprised at all by this. What's going on?
Dear Traveler, would that I could convey this message to you in person. I apologize for the hasty means by which this letter has come to you, and I hope it hasn't left you feeling perplexed or perturbed in any way. This is my first time extending an invitation to an unknown outlander after all. It is no mere coincidence that our paths have crossed, therefore I hope that you would be so courteous as to meet me tonight under the glow of resplendent moonlight. Please do not fret about retainers and bodyguards. I will ensure that their attention shall be elsewhere. Look forward to the pleasure of your company. Okay. I look so pleased by whatever is happening. I love. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna let us leave.
I knew something just didn't seem right about him. Let's ask her tonight and see what she has to say.
You finally arrived. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Hiragi Chisato.
Oh, she's so cute.
This is
Wait, shut
the
up.
second
Hold
time
on.
we have met. It's a pleasure to see you again.
I am very late to realizing this. The colors on the traveler's outfit change depending on what element you are attuned to. I just noticed this. Okay, that's not news to anyone except me, and I know that for a fact. But I got excited about it.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan, all right.
The pleasure is mine.
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your accomplishments, and at last we have the chance to meet.
It is such a good detail.
Or does something seem a bit off here?
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is, well, I feared that I might never have another opportunity to discuss this with you.
Oh, her and Raiden have the same voice actor? That's sick.
I should
love
like
that.
to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Ma'am. Ma'am.
Like father, like daughter. Couldn't you be more original?
I actually do believe her a bit more in this
You
one.
misunderstand
Hold
me.
on.
Please.
Yeah,
allow me to
give her a
explain.
minute. She gives me
I
less
was
slimy
hoping
vibes that are
you could
dad.
deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kamachi of the Tenryou Commission. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would better serve him politically. But my heart is with Kamaji. There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders. Outlanders seeking to get to Narukami Island. It would be regrettable to let such an opportunity pass.
Oh, Paimon gets the whole picture now.
Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to help you leave Rito.
Yeah, this
That
feels
is my
incredibly
promise.
reasonable. Are there more characters with Zhongli's voice? Or that man's voice makes me so happy. I love it.
To be
This seems
perfectly
perfectly
honest,
reasonable.
As long as you remain in Inazuma, my father will have no intention of letting you leave Rito.
Inazuma, yes, Swift.
We figured as much. It was pretty obvious he was just trying to hold us up here.
Yeah.
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and a very arrogant-sounding woman just a few days ago.
Oh my
They seemed
God.
to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, it was the first time I had ever heard my father speak
Arrogant
so
woman.
respectfully to someone who wasn't the Shogun.
Could it have been La Signora? Or Yai, maybe?
We don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you off the island. It just so happens that a shipment of goods is... Very well. I'll be waiting for you at the border. I'm counting on you to deliver my letter.
I love when the game tells my character the plan, but not me. Bless. Wait, so what is the plan?
Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct. These goods have been repeatedly requested by the Kanjo Commissioner. We must be certain that they reach Watatsumi Island intact.
Is there something wrong, Lady Hiragi?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and has ordered that myself and an additional qualified escort be dispatched to ensure safe transport of the goods.
This is so
My lady,
smart.
You aren't suggesting that you intend to escort the shipment personally, are you? There's certainly no need for you to trouble yourself with such a matter. As for this qualified escort...
This is so smart.
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory
I
serves
love
me
her.
right, my father has already asserted that this shipment must arrive on time. I'm certain punishment will be duly dispensed if it fails to do so.
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that, well, we don't know who this...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? I'm sure you are all quite familiar with my father's temperament. Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my safety on your own?
She's ruthless. I love her.
Sato can talk the talk. They don't stand a chance.
She's incredible.
Yes, my lady. Very well then. It's an honor to have you accompanying us. Your safety is our highest priority.
Oh my god, she's amazing.
You can't really be agreeing to this.
I love this character so
the request
much.
is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our duty to serve her in the utmost capacity.
Yes, but that's not the problem here.
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will only allow potential
She's
thieves
so
more time to prepare, no?
smart.
Yes, my lady. You heard her?
There's
no time to
lose. She's so smart. Oh, I actually have to like transport the balloon? That's kind of great, actually. I love this as a quest.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not
Are we
as well
fighting?
as we'll handle it.
Sedatai tricks.
Animal test 6308.
Take flight!
That tingle?
Sakura swirl!
It's so floaty, yes. Also, Becca, did you see that you had a cameo in Stream Elements quotes?
You're open.
Whirling snow!
Ooh.
Hi, guys.
Take flight!
I don't know if you were ooh-wooing at me or something in chat, and that kind of makes it better.
The wrong test subject.
Whirling swirl, Mark 2. Kamisato.
Monster sighted. Prepare to counterattack. Protect Lady Hiragi at all costs.
We'll take care of this. Stay with Chisato. Boba, get them.
Ow. Bitch.
How's this?
My apologies.
My blade!
Oh my god.
Say no more!
You're toast.
Take flight!
Becomes the hunted.
To the fairy.
There we go. Rain, hello. How are you?
Watch out! More monsters inbound.
I know, this is
Lady
so
Hiragi,
many
stay
people.
close.
Jeez Lord.
Stay clear.
God, I didn't take care of you first, huh?
Enhanced animal module 75. Don't break my glasses.
Ow.
Nice and spicy. My apologies.
That won't work.
Ah, no, switch. That's not what I wanted.
Absorption test.
We'll make it work.
Opening box of Adepti-Trix.
Ow. Why did that smack the balloon so hard? Die.
Whirling snow! So rude!
Get up.
Embrace the ice!
Animal testing.
Cheap tricks.
Stand clear.
Go.
Boba, get them.
Take flight!
Yeah.
Gonna run some GMs. Well, good luck.
Like this.
We can take refuge in the village up ahead.
Thank
How are
God.
you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may stop here. The road to Narukami Island is just over there.
Oh, okay.
In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to grant you a special travel permit from the Tenryou Commission. Consider it a token of my appreciation.
She literally said, Ayo, my dad sucks, I got you. Please be
My
careful.
lady,
So that's how it is. I had a feeling something was amiss, but Shinojo, you...
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us, I'm sure of it. But who is this Kamaji you speak of, my lady?
I'm not afraid to say that he's the one I love.
The
Oh,
one
we getting
you
bold,
love?
okay.
Shinojo, did you honestly think that...
What? No, I was just clarifying, that's all. I would never in my wildest dreams,
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened. If my father catches word of it, I alone will be held accountable.
Yeah, rip him, jeez.
Yes, of course. As you wish, my lady.
But what will happen if your actions here are discovered, Chisato?
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is sentence me to half a day without food, or something to that effect.
I still think not feeding your child is a horrific punishment, but okay.
Could have a soft side.
I wish you a safe journey. I'm sure we will meet again.
That's fine.
Bye, Chisato!
I love her a lot.
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
all right.
I shouldn't laugh, that's mean. I shouldn't laugh, that's mean.
Whew, we're finally on our own.
That was really mean, I'm so sorry.
I suppose it's time we find Toma. Now, where did he say he would meet us
Oh
again?
my god.
Oh, right! Komori Tea House!
I am listening, I swear. I wasn't ready for him to be emotional like that. This village is adorable. Look at the kites. Look at the kites, the little fish kites. I'm probably peeking the mic again, I'm sorry, but they're so cute. Oh my god. Okay, we're going to the tea house. We're going to the tea house. We're on topic.
This should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public.
Hi, Cricket
I'm
Toon.
afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait! We're not the general public.
I mean, we are.
Well then, you must
But-
be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your
Dude.
attire.
I'm telling you, we'd need alternate outfits for the traveler that correspond to the regions, so we don't stick out like a sore thumb.
Are our clothes really so... what Paimon means to say is...
Paimon, please, bestie.
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye.
Yeah.
In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, okay, I see.
Well, that sounds more like it.
Paimon, shut up. Back from lurking? Ooh, nice, Aya. The game says no. I know, but I want alternate outfits. They would be so cool. Just give me like a little outfit for each region. Give me a
So
desert
this is a day
outfit
in
for
the life of the
Sumeru.
traveler.
Give me like a cool like wrap
learning more
robe
about you all the
thing for
time.
Inazuma. It would be so sick. I want outfits for me and for Paimon. That would be so sick. I would be so happy. If they ever add outfits for the Traveler, I may actually drop real world money on them.
Here, where's Toma? Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
No.
Who forgot their
Dog.
promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
Dog.
What? Is that dog talking to us?
He's so cute.
Relax. No need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form?
He's so cute. He's so cute. You're a dog?
So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
I mean, not
Now that you
really.
mention it, this
Like-
does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
Technically, sure, but
all right. I've had my fun.
yeah, that's what I figured was happening.
Hey, you're
I love
this
him.
close to getting an ugly nickname, mister.
Paimon, shut up.
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long. as was the case in Rito.
Bestie, look.
So
We
I
ran
came up
into
with
some
this little
obstacles.
fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier.
No, you're fine.
Though it was quite necessary.
Really
It
does
helped
not
us
bother
determine
me.
whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Why does it sound like we're fighting
Paimon's gonna forgive
the
you just
Raiden?
because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies.
The courage to face the
Let me
lightning?
just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. But when the lightning struck...
Oh, Kazua's friend.
So you've heard of his story.
Yeah.
His light still burns all the more brightly.
So will we be allowed to meet the Shirasagi?
Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Are you gonna come with us this time, so it's not a huge pain in the ass to get there?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
Okay. The view of this whole region is so good. I'm so obsessed with the trees. This whole area is so... Oh, that statue is massive. Wait, the omnipresent god has gems in it for each element, right? Unless I'm miscounting.
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
I think there are things embedded in the statue. Oh, they are visions.
Visions?
Wait.
You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt decree are put into the statue?
So she's not just collecting
So
electro
you've already
ones?
heard of the Vision Hunt decree.
Why did the Shogun issue the Vision Hunt
Before
decree?
I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts.
Right, and
As for
Inazuma is what? The city of
it's
eternity?
known as the Nation of Eternity.
Nation of Eternity,
the Raiden
excuse
Shogun
me.
is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity.
Right.
The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma.
Yeah,
As
that makes
such,
sense.
She relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs, and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement.
Okay.
The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it, for all time.
Okay.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this
yeah,
is
of
my
course.
own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryou Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue.
So I was right about
And
it being
this
the element
statue of the
colors.
omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
Weird.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, I don't know, selfish?
Is it Raiden or Raiden?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Aw. Okay. Rise and Raichu? Perfect. That was terrifying. What the hell?
Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
What? That was a horrifying sound? This is not a horror game, Getchin. Stop it. Finally got a 5-star in months and I lost the 50-50. I'm so sorry, Dashlyn. Did you at least maybe get a character that you would use? Maybe? I'm trying to put a positive spin on it, but I know losing the 50-50 is rough. Godspeed on your polls, though. What was that sound?
What sound?
I said,
didn't
we're the
hear
only one that
anything.
heard that.
Did something happen?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then then what?
This feels like some echo from Final Fantasy XIV shit. I gotta stop paralleling these games, but it keeps happening. I could hear the sound of people's aspirations.
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying.
What
Have you heard
saying?
it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor.
Oh yeah, because that's how they
That is
get
where
visions.
come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition.
Right.
So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined.
So a vision symbolizes ambition and not power.
All right, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Is it finally Ayaka time?
Finally!
Ah, I just realized I'm out of drink. Rip. Rip me for the next hour-ish.
This is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
I mean, it's hard to top. Yeah, we've been in the Jade Chamber like 3 times. How are you supposed to get fancier than the Jade Chamber?
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Babies.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at?
No, shut up. Let me just...
Oh, behind the screen?
It's my girl!
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests.
My girl!
Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
I mean, it's a tradition. I get it. That's fine.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Yeah, exactly.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion. Especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea.
I mean, you're good,
I have
bestie.
awaited your arrival with great anticipation. And Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate.
Okay.
Traveler, lend us your power, and we can...
Guys, I want to help. Stop telling them no! Damn it. It's a bit weird when you face your main as themselves, but I personally really enjoy it because we get so much of their personality.
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
No, I don't.
Please,
I don't.
Wait, please don't go.
I don't want to.
I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition.
It's fine.
You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
I mean, okay. Tells the story of the 3 visionless people.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them.
Okay.
I will await your return here.
Yeah, let's go.
Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Like, I understand. I really do get the traveler, like, not wanting to get in the middle of something that's, like, not really their business. Like, I do. I understand. I don't know, man. Oh, they actually let you walk around the house. I kind of wasn't expecting that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, man. I've played enough, like, MMOs, RPGs, like, things where you are the hero protagonist, where I'm just kind of, like, down to help.
Let's see. Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
The game continues
Why
to
are
say
you
this name
doing
differently
this?
from me.
Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see.
Okay. Oh god, is Sino facing Sino just a lot of dad jokes?
Ah, you must also be here to try and convince Tejima to stay.
What's happened?
Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place, and we all think the world of him. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We can't help but wonder.
I mean, something's definitely
Was it
happened,
something
right?
we did? We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
But like on the same side of that, you can't make him stay if he doesn't want to. Like if he wants to leave, just let him go. Like, I don't know, man.
A blade embraces
I
its
get them
duty.
not wanting him to leave, but I just don't think you can like stop him. So why the change?
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree.
I mean, yeah.
It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person.
If so, visions are given to people with high ambition, right? They get like favor from the gods and they get a vision. How badly does it mess with someone to have the physical manifestation of their ambition physically removed from their person? I'm just saying. I get the feeling that's where this quest line is going.
I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer.
He has no ambition anymore.
Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here.
I'll be as great as Ryuji.
Interesting. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was a wrong button. What do you have to say about it, bud?
You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay.
I like his voice a lot.
True, but that's not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone.
It's exactly what I was talking about, yeah.
I knew I wanted to stay here.
His ambition is gone.
But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
Becca, please.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you
Oh my gosh.
rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right?
I mean, I guess.
But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy. Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then it'll all come flooding back.
Paimon, shut up.
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
That is much more
I keep a
helpful.
diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere. Let's take a look.
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
Have you tried just not being bad? That was literally what Paimon just told this poor man. Have you tried? It does sound like depression. You're right. So here's my thing with it, is I don't necessarily think it's like... I don't think forcing him to stay is the move, or even necessarily trying to convince him. I think the move here is just like helping him remember so he can make the decision for himself with all of the pieces of the puzzle, right? Like, that makes more sense. I guess that's what we're doing. Paimon's just really thick.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Paimon is legit a good therapy. Look, I love Paimon, I really do. That is, like, not a bit. I actually really do like Paimon, but, like, come on, bestie. In what world was that the right response? Come on.
Looks like Tejima's diary, all right. Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead.
That's so cute.
Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance.
The crab
Seems
is
like your average
sending
diary of
me.
daily village life.
I'm so sorry. The crab story is so funny.
I went
Oh
to pray
no.
at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine. So this is the omamori Tejima wrote about.
Oh, he left it at the shrine.
Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child.
I mean,
But anyway,
he said it was
if he
faded,
had
right?
this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on
Oh, there's
it.
an orb up there.
Do you think that it might come in handy?
Neat. Am I gonna... I'm sorry. Am I gonna be able to get this? I just want to attempt it. So my thought is Paimon's like, this looks like it belongs to a child. And it's like, it's probably like a childhood friend thing. Hey, we got it. Sick. Wait. Was I kind of going the right way? Sort of.
Here we are. This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years? Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. Let's dig it up and take a look.
Take this poor man's vision away really messed him up.
A letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago. Konda Village.
If we become separated during a war...
Familiar. Where is that place again?
If we become separated during war, go wait for me in Konda Village. There will be a safe home. He came here waiting for someone and they took his vision and it means he doesn't remember anymore. Now I'm sad. Ah. Damn it. This game make me gotta feel emotions.
So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone. But he's been here for 30 years. Oh, guess they didn't show up in the end, huh? Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
Yeah. Aya, you can't just call it fantasy dementia. Oh my god. Inazuma hits hard on the emotions. Yeah, we're hitting some feels kind of early. Bless. Hey, bestie. Got some news for you, but it's kind of sad.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited.
The fact that you don't remember hurts me.
And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been hollowed out.
That tracks.
Love, regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared.
This is so... Ow! Ow! Jesus! Game? Does that make you feel sad?
No. Not especially.
I'm more upset about this than this man is. Pain. Pain and suffering.
After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together. I barely recall any of it. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have been nothing but a hazy dream.
So, do you still plan on leaving?
I think maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting.
But you don't remember.
Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting for her? When I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart.
I'm actually so emotional right now.
Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness, the feeling that something is missing. Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here.
Ow.
I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
You don't remember her.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad.
And I think it's noble of him to ultimately decide to stay. But if you don't remember her, I don't think you're under any obligation to stay either. Especially if she didn't show up for 30 years. Yeah, he's just whoa, wild that this happened to me. And he does get that little tinge of sadness because he's imagining that she finally does come around and they don't remember it. And I'm just oof. I do appreciate the emotional support, Hunter. We can write a note to give you in case she shows up. True. I will say, I do think the people in the village would, like, vouch for him. If she showed up and she was like, why don't you remember me? He can go to the, like, elderly people we talked to earlier and be like, hey, I need you to help me convince her I'm not insane. It's been 30 years, yeah, and he's still choosing to stay. Like, it's one thing, I think, if you wait around that long and you know why you're doing it. Like, that's one thing. You're making, like, a cognitive choice. Him not remembering and then him choosing to stay because of memories he doesn't have is, like, a different level of sad.
Seems it's just like Ayaka and Toma were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too.
Yeah.
That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier.
Mm-hmm.
At
This is
least
what
we
I
were
meant.
able to help him, weren't we?
I think.
Well, let's go find the next person.
Oh, I'm not crying yet, don't worry.
According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
Yeah, no, I'm not quite that level of... Look, if I can get through almost all of 14 without crying, I'm still okay. My thing with it is, like... That's just, like, a level of sad that I just... Or, like, a kind of sadness that I feel like you just don't always get.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun.
Right.
They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation.
We just walked up on something really serious. Oh no.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
Oh, poor baby.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
But that's not what's
You
happening.
samurai
Oh
think you can just
god.
do whatever you please?
Oh.
The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Emergency provisions like emergency food?
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
No, calm down.
We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution.
Okay.
In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything.
I don't think that's what's happening.
He's keeping the provisions for himself. I just know it. We'll starve without them.
This hurts me.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him?
Because he's not
Maybe we should
refusing
talk to Kurosawa
provisions.
and see what he has to say.
Yeah, I love how they added this much to a character that, like, some games would only give to main characters. And that's not to say anything against other games. I love character depth like that. Sometimes, especially in a character
is
that
like a
kind of doesn't matter
Only
in the
those
long
who sample
term.
it many times can appreciate its true qualities.
Also, just to be clear, he's not refusing them anything. He literally doesn't remember because he got his vision taken away. Wadham? I hope I said that right. Welcome to the stream.
As a jeweler cherishes
What is
their
up?
gems.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt Decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth. But we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history. You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after.
Yes, it does.
Let's teach them a lesson.
EJ, it's so funny that you say that because everyone I've talked to sees that I have Chi-Chi and then just goes, I'm sorry. It's so funny to see someone who is jealous of having her. I really like her personally. Wow, I just really obliterated them.
We worked hard to steal
Thanks,
that, you know?
Ayaka.
Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you.
Let's see. Tell us what you know about Kurosawa.
Kurosawa? Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh?
I mean, yes, but no.
Just our luck. I knew he shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside.
Interesting.
I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
Huh? What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
Yeah, a lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here.
Oof.
We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this. As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
Oh my god, Paimon, there's no reason to be like that.
Of course.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
That's a smart man. Treat the well-meaning well. Talk to in the general goods shop. Oh, that's up there. Okay, sick. Yeah, this seems right. Okay, cool. What? Wait. Am I dumb? Oh, okay. I walked right by her. That's what happened. You have Raiden? I'm so jealous.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need.
can I help you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about?
About these IOUs.
Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it. Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Whoa, whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account.
Oh.
However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't
This is
afford
the
of
emergency
usual
provisions.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions.
Uh-huh.
But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
But then someone would go without.
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough.
Yeah.
Especially after such long and careful planning.
Yeah.
So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense.
Is that why he got his vision
no
taken?
one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
Well, they didn't know,
People's
to be fair.
attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now.
I actually kind of agree
course,
there.
I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself?
Unfortunately, he
I
doesn't remember.
see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
That would
Sword?
suck.
What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for.
Yeah, it could trigger a memory, actually.
Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
What bill?
But we didn't buy anything.
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I guess.
Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think. 2,000 mora should be a fair price.
I mean, that's the only reasonable price we've been given since getting to Inazuma.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession. Let's go talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything.
I'm wondering if talking about the sword will trigger a memory. So yeah, I know he got his vision taken because of the vision decree, but I figured that they would potentially let one of their own soldiers keep his in order to get more easily. Plus, do they not know that taking visions is like actually messing with people's brains? It feels like that's something they would notice it. Like, it feels like something that they would pick up on.
What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
I mean, more or less, but not quite in the way that you think, bud.
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand. But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so. This sword was once wielded by my father.
Okay, so you remember that.
Once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely. What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either.
Pain.
It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. So many memories gone. Forever. No matter how hard I try to remember.
Pain.
All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands and said to me, "With this sword, you should..."
And then nothing, huh?
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize the words?
The words are virtue and justice.
Virtue and justice? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now.
I mean,
taking on seemingly
they?
endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yet another troubled soul.
I don't know how to help
when we
him.
Get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses.
Maybe.
In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword.
What is... yeah, I'll take you through the shop real quick and explain what primos are in like 2 seconds. So, they are correct, but I can show you the menus and stuff here in a minute. God, losing a vision.
Seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision.
That's true.
Let's go find the next poor soul.
I feel so bad for these people. Oh my god. Pain.
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive. This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine.
Not if he doesn't remember the art to teach you.
Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though...
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain in no time.
What? Possessed? Excuse me?
Hey there!
What does that mean?
Did something happen?
Who are you?
We're just trying to help, my
Don't
guy.
care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately.
I'm glad you're
Don't
protective,
make
but I
me draw my
promise we're not
blade,
doing
or
that.
you won't live to regret it.
No, you got it so wrong. We just came here to,
We're here to become disciples? That's a straight lie, but that's
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way, to seek him out and ask him to train us.
fine. God, it's such a lie.
Then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something.
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here.
We've got to get different
Please,
clothes, guys.
accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently.
What does
and
that
he's still
mean?
recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being.
We can wait until he's recovered.
I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave. Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard.
I mean, I hadn't, but sure.
Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him. But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the
Yeah, there's a
strangest
trend
things
here.
over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Julia and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's being possessed by an evil spirit.
Ah.
So we've
now I
asked the shrine
understand.
maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty shogun herself. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism. So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine.
He's not... Was that... Okay.
The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're interested.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
I don't think he's possessed. I think he's just like... I honest to God think he's having a mental breakdown because he lost his vision. Real, if I'm being super honest. I think he's fully having a mental breakdown. Okay, I'm gonna read this before I... Okay, 18 to 24. We're reading... I have reading comprehension.
So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness.
It's so weird.
Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, she heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's, his senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago, and he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the shrine maidens managed to subdue him, so the exorcism can finally continue.
I don't think
The
he's
ritual has now begun.
possessed.
All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
Hi.
Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism?
I wonder if
We
he's...
won't let them get away with it. Come on, let's go after them.
I wonder if he's the Wanderer that we were just talking about. Yeah, he was not sneaking.
Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up.
Yeah, I don't know why we're jumping immediately to exorcism. Like, I'm not against a belief in ghosts. That just wouldn't be my first thought. Yeah, no, he did sprint away, which makes him look incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious person sighted! That's gotta be him!
I think he's just our Wanderer guy.
How did you catch up with me so quickly?
I have a sprint button.
Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does. Unless... I guess it's been a few years. Maybe his skills have improved again.
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here.
Hi, Mon.
First off, who are you?
Calm down.
And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news, mister.
Yeah, how did you catch up really fast? You're not fast, bestie, and you stopped running.
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day, long before you ever showed up. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know, I am Domon's senior.
You are our Wanderer man, I knew it.
His senior? Wait.
I knew it.
You must be...
Anzai? Yes, that's me.
Yup. So why did you run?
Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again.
Then why did you come to his house?
We trained under the same swordmaster, studying Make-Yoshi Sui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Make-Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception. But Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best swordmaster barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training, and even started catching up with me.
Motivation's a hell of a drug.
Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world.
Yeah.
He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Make-Yoshi Sui art.
Oh, so Shadow's right, you
Of
are
all the
kind of jealous.
disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations from me. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. I fled the dojo that day and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, And unfortunately, that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body.
Oof.
After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade and his commitment to the art of the sword. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? His mind was the sharpest of them all. He had practiced Meikyo Shisui art to perfection. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name.
Mm-hmm.
I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten.
Having being around
So
might
you
actually
see,
help with what's going on.
I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
Seems like we got it wrong this time.
Yeah, I figured.
He wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
Okie doke. This is genuinely so depressing. I, don't know what to do about this.
What? You're saying he isn't possessed?
I didn't think he
Does
was.
that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, I refuse to believe it. Something's clearly wrong.
Nanako, please. Try not to get agitated.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty.
I kinda do,
And
but
all
that's
is
fine.
certainly not lost. For I received word not long ago that Lady Yai has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Lady Yai?
Yai?
Is that the same Lady Yai that I think you mean?
Fjord?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news! Then Sensei will be sure to recover.
Correct.
I'm excited to meet
Lady
Yai.
Yai is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant experience in the exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great calamities.
Wait, isn't she an editor?
I'm unable to
for
say for
a
certain whether
publishing
an
company?
evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yai can give a conclusive verdict.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Yai?
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Yai does not like to be kept waiting. I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
Who'd have thought
This
Lady
is so
Yai
genuinely
herself would have
depressing.
taken notice of our sensei's case?
I'm excited to meet Yai,
Do
but
you
damn.
mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself.
Be a good connection for us to
Anyway,
make.
you should join us too, tomorrow.
Okay.
Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui art, will do our best to help you.
Okay.
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yai. We're curious to meet her too. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden Shogun from her.
That's what I was thinking.
Do you think that's Lady Yai? Oh, no wonder Junyo is so excited. She has a really
I'm really
striking
excited.
presence. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now?
Probably.
It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Ai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing
I don't
like him
think
at all.
so.
In the past, no matter what came his way, he would always face it with a confident smile.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
Yeah.
But then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness.
That's really
As
sad.
one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision.
Yep.
For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Uh-huh.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Ai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not?
Yeah.
Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Lady Ai, I'm not sure I understand.
He's human,
The
is
path
what's
of the
happening.
swordmaster is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest swordmaster in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions.
Also, yep.
Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Raiden?
Sensei, to think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Anzai.
That's enough.
Huh?
I was wondering if he'd show up again.
Where did he come from? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Anzai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now
But
I
now
know that
he
we
doesn't
can't place
have
our hopes
that.
in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions
Ugh,
too.
sad. My heart.
But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
That's not your choice to make.
Have you asked them what they think?
Uh-huh.
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands.
I love
Being
this
stripped of your
idea.
ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly defeated me. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
This is such a lovely concept.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again. But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
They all turn and leave.
So
oh my
even though
goodness.
his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf. Guess that sort of solves this one, huh?
Yeah.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
This guy feels like the only one we actually
my
helped.
Intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores.
Look at her.
For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Ma'am, what in the fresh hell does that mean?
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have taken a real interest in you. She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that.
Yeah, what in the fresh hell does that
We
mean?
can come back to it another time. For now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
This feels like we're close to the end of the quest.
Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Ayaka, are you okay? Hello, bestie!
Traveler, Paimon, it is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
The damage done by losing a vision cannot be completely undone.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help them. Ayaka.
Okay.
How come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
Because now that you have done the three things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy But Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
Paimon, it's okay,
Oh.
bestie.
Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can be friends.
Friend request accepted.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen?
I hope they can one day be free from their torment.
Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential.
Yeah.
Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people.
Yeah.
But I believe that
Real.
surely you understand what they must endure. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance?
Yes, this was the stance I wanted from the beginning.
You will? Really?
But you must keep the promise you made me.
All right, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you she wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all.
That makes me absurdly happy.
Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we can move to the Komori Tea House?
Thank you for the follow.
We ought not to involve other members of the Yashiro Commission.
Dropping in. You're welcome to chat, but you can also just lurk. It's no pressure.
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Gotcha.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Can I say how badly I want to go to a tea house?
For a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me?
Yeah. You raised a formal objection to the Vision Hunt decree.
Of course. We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenshukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission, and subsequently scrapped. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything.
Well, that's
It
unhelpful.
almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt decree.
Yeah. Is no one else fighting it?
The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt decree is something that has no implications whatsoever.
That's true,
After
because
all,
the majority of people
it is but a tiny
don't have
minority
that.
of people who receive visions.
Right.
Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against the decree?
Yes.
Presumably.
Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sangonomiya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group.
Gotcha.
To say a little more about Sangonomiya, historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island due to their different belief systems. But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement, beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt decree.
It's certainly possible. What kind of god is the Raiden Shogun?
The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion.
Oh, that's unnerving.
In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling.
Hence the Hunt Decree, I guess.
Ooh, Paimon has a question though.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt Decree?
I think that's why we're here.
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt Decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
Right.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article.
That might actually be where Venti
The
went.
problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryou Commission.
Ah, so we gotta go get him out then?
Darn! So they found out about it? Ugh.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu.
He has saved many others.
Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might seek to attempt.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because they do have to kind of keep their hands clean so that they continue to do this stuff.
By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your shoulders alone. When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Nagonohara family. There, you will find someone who can help you.
I know that name. Why do I know that name?